Upanishad Shanti Path. Om Apyayantu Mamangani Vak Prana Chakshu Srotra Matho Balamindriyani Sarvani Sarvam Brahmopanishadam Maham Brahma Nirakuriyam Mama Brahma Nirakarod Anirakaranamastu Anirakaranam Yastu Tadatmani Nirate Yah Upanishadsu Dharma ते मयि संतु ते मयि संतु ओम शांति शांति शांति. In this Upanishad, now we are entering into section 2. In first section, we studied that a seeker who had done lots of ritualistic activity, who had done lots of upasanas, he was perfect seeker. And to know the higher, the ultimate reality, so he reached to the master. And master, the guru, gives the knowledge of that reality. Now process is, having done the listening, the work is not complete. There must be mananam. In the Vedanta process, the first thing is the listening, Sravanam, a proper Sravan, then Mananam, the reasoning. Means what? When we listen from Guru or Master, the Guru and Master gives the logic to make us understand. But we have to give our own logics to ourselves to make us understand. So this process, we call it mananam. You convince yourself. You make understand yourself. So this process was going on. So having done the listening about the pure consciousness, then Master said, now you tell me about that reality. So this section begins. Here is the first mantra. Yadi manyase suvedeti daharmeva pinunam tam vetha brahmano rupam yadasya tam yadasya deveswatha nu memansameva te manne viditam. I repeat one more time. Yadi manyase suvedeti dharam meva pinunam tam vetha brahmano rupam yadasya tam yadasya devesu atha nu memansameva te manne viditam. So see the translation. If you think, I know it well, then it is certain that you know but little of the Brahman. or in what form he, the Devas. Therefore, I think that what you think to be known is still to be sought after. See the translation one more time. If you think I know it well, then it is certain that you know. But little of the Brahman, or in what form he in the Devas. Therefore, I think that what you think to be known is still to be sought after. So, Sishya, the disciple, went to the Acharya, to the Guru again. And Guru says, now tell me what you have done, what you have understood. So he says, he shares his experiences. I understand that I know you. I know you. I got the point. Then Guru says, if you think that you know that, dharam mevapi nunam. Yes, you know that. But you don't understand the complete, you don't understand the supreme reality. You know that, but dharam meva means what? Guru says, if you understand that you know the reality, you know the God, the Brahman, yes, you know. But this is not the real consciousness. Dharam meva. Dharam means it is identified God. Like you know the Vishnu, you know the Shiva, you know the Durga, Hanumanji, any other deity. What does it mean? You know about the Vishnu. If someone asks what the Vishnu, then you can explain. Vishnu is residing in the Vaikuntha. Lakshmi Devi is there. There are so many gods. Sheshnag, forehand. So you can describe the Vishnu. You can describe the Shiva. You can describe the Durga, the Hanuman, any deity. Yes, Vishnu is the consciousness. Shiva is the God, consciousness. But this is not pure form of consciousness. This consciousness is identified with some name and some form. Consciousness of the Lord, Vishnu, it is identified a particular form, a particular name. So we know the Vishnu and we know the consciousness, but as a Vishnu. We know the consciousness as a Shiva, as a Ganpati, as a Durga, any other deity. Upanishad says, this is not pure consciousness. Yadi manyase suvedeti dharam mevapi nunam. This knowledge is not complete, not pure consciousness knowledge. It is identified. So there are three forms of the consciousness. In scriptures, you can say Adhidaivik, Adhibhautik, and Adhyatmik. Three forms. We know the consciousness. Sometime in the body, within the body. Sometime as a sun god, Adhibhutam. Sometime in a cow, any other animals, anywhere. So our this knowledge about the consciousness is not pure consciousness. This knowledge is identified consciousness. So Upanishad says this is dharam, little bit, not complete. Tam vetta brahmano rupam yadasya tam devesu atha. Now, there is a story, very beautiful story. Story goes like this. Once it happened, the message from the God went to the Devas and Asuras. The story says that the message from the God, and it went to the Devas and Asuras, both. And what the message was? Message was, if someone knows the self is sinless, the self is immortal, the self is supreme. If someone knows that self, that person cannot be defeated. That person will have everything. That person will not die. The one who knows the self. The knower of the self cannot be defeated. The knower of the self will be immortal. And the knower of the self will possess everything. Whatever is, he will possess. So Devas and Asuras both were interested. They both were interested to know what self is. Message says, if I know that self, no one can defeat me. The message says, if I know that self, I will have everything. So because of that, they both were interested to know what self is. And finally, they decided to go Prajapati. Prajapati, you can say the Brahmaji. Separately, they didn't know each other. So Deva sent Indra as their representative, because Indra is the king of the Devas. So he was sent. So Indra was sent by the Devas to learn what it is. So Indra went there as a representative of the Devas. Same Asuras did. They sent their king as their representative, and his name was Virochan. So Indra and Virochan both went to Prajapati. The purpose was only one. They both wanted to know what self is. Because message says, if you know the self, you will get everything. You cannot be defeated. You will not die. So both reached there. Prajapatis asked, why? Both you are here. What the purpose? You are enemies. You are enemies, and both enemies are together in my ashram. What the purpose? The both say, we got the message from the Lord. And message says like this and this. So that is why we are here. We want to know what self is. Prajapati says, okay. If you want to know that, 32 years you live here. I will not talk. I will not give any message, any lecture, any talk. You live here. Do some austerity. He gives some instructions how to live there. And they started living there. How many years? 32 years. No talk, no question, no answer. He made very clear in very first day, you will not ask any single question to me. Till 32 years. And you have to follow the rules. Because the goal was very big. Both were so deeply interested. So they did everything. Everything. After 32 years, now Prajapati came in front of them and says, now tell me, what is your question? What is your desire? What do you want? The both, Virochan and Indra, said same thing. What is the consciousness? What is the self? Only we want to know what self is. Prajapati says, okay. You have expended, you have done lots of activity till 32 years for only this question. What self is? Very simple. Whatever you can see in your eye, that is the self. Having done 32 years, so many austerity, they got only one simple message, and message was very simple, very small. Whatever you can see in your eye, that is the self. So simple. They started looking each other's eye. what is in your eye? So Virochan and Indra, they both looked at each other, and they saw body reflex. Body reflex. Obviously, very simple. And they said, Prajapati, we are seeing, we are watching the reflection in the eye. He says, okay. Now do one more thing. Go and take proper shower, and you both are king. Now you take your clothes, ornaments, decorate yourself, dressed yourself. So they took the dresses and ornament. Then Brahmaji says, now see again in the water. Now what are you looking? And they said, now we are looking at the water and we can see same self now with the dress, with the ornament. Is this self? Brahmaji says, yes, this is the self. And both went. Both went. Virochan, the king of the Asuras, he decided that I understood the self. And it is none other than the body. And he said in his assembly, see, the body is the self. Only body is the self. The story says, unfortunately, the Ashura started believing that body is the self. But Indra, he thought how body could be the self. It is not permanent. It is not sinless. And he thought very deeply. And finally, he reached in conclusion, this statement is not complete. So I should go back. I should go back and ask again, what is the result so? Indra reached again to Prajapati, and Prajapati says, why are you coming back? And Virochan didn't. Indra says, you said, is this body the self? But now I'm thinking that it is not possible. Brahmaji says, okay, if you want to know more, then live here more 32 years. So story is very long. Apart from that story, Upanishad here says, Tvam vetta brahmano rupam yadasya deve swata. Not only you, even the gods, highly elevated soul, they are also know the consciousness, but not complete. Even the gods does not mean only gods. Any level of the intellect, any level of the intellect, it could be the gods, the asuras, even the rishis, yaksha, kinder, any elevated soul, they know the consciousness. But that consciousness is also not pure consciousness. So Guru says, if you understand that, you know the completely, perfectly consciousness, you are wrong. Not only you wrong, all seekers, all gods, all highly qualified people, they know the consciousness, but not complete consciousness. This is half knowledge, partially understanding about the consciousness. Then disciple says, what should I do? What should I do to know the complete consciousness? Guru says, Mimansyam eva. There is only one way. If you want to know that reality, the supreme consciousness, only way is Mimansyam. You have to ponder it again and again and again. In Vedantic language, you can say the mananam. Mananam, logic. Give logic to yourself. Mimansameva. The only path is, only way is give logics. Then you can understand that reality. Mimansam eva, e means only. Alone, reasoning, contemplating upon what? Whatever you have studied. Contemplation here does not mean any deity. Reasoning means what? Contemplating upon our study. Mimansameva, you repeatedly, again and again, think over it, think. Te manne viditam. Then you will get, you will understand what that reality is, what pure consciousness is. No, you know consciousness. But this is not pure consciousness. This is not pure understanding. Now, next mantra. Mantra number second. Naham manne suvedeti, nona vedeti vedacha, yo nastatveda tatveda, nona vedeti vedacha. I repeat again. Naham manne suvedeti, nona vedeti vedacha, yo nastatveda tatveda, nona vedeti vedacha. Mantra number second. Very beautiful mantra. Meaning is, I do not think I know it well, nor do I think that I do not know it. He among us who knows it truly knows I know, and also what he meant by I know it not. See the translation again. I do not think I know it well, nor do I think that I do not know it. He among us who knows it truly knows I know, and also what is meant by I know it not. So, instructed by the Guru, disciple went and he did lots of contemplation, mananam. Again and again he thought about the points. So after some time, he came back to the Guru, and now Guru says, now tell me, have you got something? Have some new points? Now disciple says, Naham manne suvedeti. Oh master, now I would say, Naham manne suvedeti. I do not know perfectly. I do not know. Suvedeti perfectly, completely. How one can understand the consciousness completely? See the nature of the knowledge. The nature of the knowledge is, if you know something, complete means it begins from here and ends here. Like you have a table. You know, this is a table, it begins from this corner and it ends in this corner. So the limit of the table. So you know the limit. So you can say, as I know the table completely. You can know the house. Every corner of the house you know. You can say, yes, I know the house. I know the tree. If we are more intellectual, you can say that I know the country. I know everything. A single part of the country. This country begins from here and this country ends here. You can know any object, its beginning 10 years ago and its death after 10 years. So there are limitations in the space, limitations in the time. Then you can understand. This is 10-year-old. And thus that child was born in front of me. Father would say, my child was born 10 years ago. So we know its origin. And accidentally, if the child dies in front of the father, then the father could say, my child was lived only 20 years. I know the beginning. I know the ending. If you have more intellect, you may know the end of the earth, the water, the sun, the moon. You can say, the science would say, we know the sun. What is the distance between us and the sun? Science can explain. Science can explain the solar system. So you can know, yes, this is a solar system. You may know the galaxy. You may know everything, which is with limitations. Then you can say, yes, I know it completely. For complete knowledge, you must understand that that object must be in limitations. As I told you, you cannot see the end of the sky. So we cannot say, I know the sky completely. We do not know its beginning. We do not know its ending. So how can we claim that I know the sky completely? Yes, you know sky. That's right. We know the sky. This statement is correct. But if I claim that I know entire sky, this is not correct statement. Same. The consciousness, the Brahman, the Paramatma, the God, the Bhagavan is more bigger than the space. So that is why here name is putting Brahman. Brahman means beyond the sky. Sky has its limit. According to our Purana, sky has its limit. We do not know, but it has its limit. So Brahman is the beyond of the sky. Beyond of the sky. Limitless. Everywhere. So something is like beyond the bigger than the sky, then how can you say I know perfectly? Naham manne suvedeti. So disciple says, oh master, I am not claiming that I know that Brahman suvedeti completely. No. No. Na vedeti vedacha. And I do not say that. I do not know. I know. So see one thing. The knowledge of the Brahman is not possible. The knowledge of the Brahman like a knowledge of object, it is not possible. Experiencing of the Brahman is possible. I am the Brahman. I am the consciousness. So consciousness can be experienced, cannot be known. Try to understand. Consciousness can be experienced. Yes, I am the conscious. I am the conscious. But we cannot know consciousness as an object. Nona vede tivedacha. So now disciple says, yes, I know the Brahman. As experience. I know, I can experience the consciousness. See the difference. Like you know about the swimming, but you do not have any experience. You can write the books, you can explain, but if you don't have any experience, all things are vain. So you can, everyone can experience the consciousness. So as an experience, Brahman is available. For knowledge, it is not. Naham manne suvedeti, nona vedeti vedacha. Now, disciple is sharing his understanding with the Guru, with the Master. He says, this is my understanding. I know the Brahman, but I am not saying that I know the completely Brahman as an object. And yonas tadveda nona vedeti vedacha. And same thing will happen with everybody. Very simple. Like you are hungry, you need food. Same, whoever is hungry, everyone wants food. Food is solution for hunger. Same. Here his disciple says to the master, same thing will going to happen with everybody. So as I told you, there was a master and the disciple is not was alone. There were so many other disciples. They were studying with a guru. So this disciple says, whatever is happening with me is not happening only with me. This will going to happen with everybody. Yo nas tadveda tadveda. Yo, whatever, whoever has such understanding. Whoever has such understanding that I can experience the Brahman. I can understand the Brahman in the self. Experience the Brahman. But I cannot know the Brahman. Yonas tadveda tadveda. Nona vedeti vedacha. If someone claims that I know perfectly Brahman, that person is lying. So, like me, I have this understanding. Other disciples also have same understanding. Nona vedeti vedacha. Now, next one. Yasya matam tasya matam yasya na vedasa avijñatam vijanatam vijñatam avijanatam. I repeat one more time. Yasya matam tasya matam yasya na vedasa avijñatam vijanatam vijñatam avijanatam. See the translation. He who thinks he knows it not, knows it. He who thinks he knows it not. The true knower think they can never know it, while the ignorant think they know it. See again, translation. Yasya matam. He who thinks he knows it not, know it. He who thinks he knows it not. The true knower think they can never know it, while the ignorant think they know it. Very contradictions. There are so many contradictions. The process is going on. between the disciple and the master. So first thing was, the master gave a message, understanding about the consciousness. And he said to the disciples, you go and think. They started thinking and they came back and shared their understanding with the Guru. Again, Guru said, no, you correct yourself, something wrong. And they went again and pondered very deeply and came back and they shared their understanding again. Now, Guru says, Yasya matam tasya matam. Matam means your opinion. First, we have to understand what the matam, because in this verse there are so many times matam. Matam means opinion, your concept. Your concept is your mat, your thought, your thinking. Whoever has concept about the God, whoever has concept about the consciousness, this is my decision. This is my concept. So about God, we have so many concepts. You may have concept about the God. God is everywhere. Yes, it is true. This concept, we have got from the scriptures, from the masters, from the society. This is a concept. God is everywhere. But think, do you believe God is almighty, omnipresence? God is the creator of the universe, destroyer. We have definitions. We can explain about the God because we have a concept about the God. God is residing in the heaven. So this is our concept. It is not our understanding. This is not realization. See the difference. If someone knows God is everywhere, it doesn't mean that person is a realized person. No. God is everywhere, he knows. This is just a concept, an idea. And any idea cannot change your life. Any concept cannot change. So mata means your concept, your thinking, your idea. So we have so many types of ideas. God is everywhere. God is residing there. God is doing this. God. This is a matam. Yasya matam tasya matam. Upanishad says, whoever doesn't have any idea, I do not have any idea about the God. I know the God. I realize God. I experience God. See, if you are experiencing the food, you are eating the rasgulla, you are enjoying. You are enjoying. This enjoyment is not an idea. This is experience. Yasya matam tasya matam. The Guru says, yes, now you got the point. Whoever has any idea, we got idea through the scriptures, from the society, from sense organs, then we can make any idea. Na Vedasa. Clearly, Guru says, Matam Yassina Vedasa. Whoever has idea about the God, concept about the God, that person does not know. And who doesn't have idea, yes, Amatam. No idea, just experience. I'm not asking the sense organs what God is. I'm not asking anybody what God is. I'm experiencing. I'm not making any idea, any concept. If you have already concept, then your research stops. I know God is everywhere. So what has to be done? Nothing. If I have an idea, God is everywhere, then what? Nothing. If I have any idea, God remains the Vaikunt, nothing. What should we do? Nothing has to be done. Yasyamatam tasya matam yasya na vedasa avigyatam vijanatam. Guru makes very clear. Whoever is avigyat does not know. Knowing means here our sense organs, our concepts, whoever, avigyatam, does not know. Vigyat means known. Vigyat means known. Avigyat means unknown. Avigyatam vijanatam. Who says, I do not know. I know the entire universe. I know all universe. I know all objects. But yet I am ignorant about the self. Vigyatam abhijanatam. Vigyatam, I know. I am the knower. Knower of what? Knower of the objects. Knower of the identified self. I am the knower of the modified self, with the name, with the form. Avigyatam vijanatam. So Guru says to the disciple, now you are going right path. The way to express the consciousness. The way is only you can realize, you can experience. You cannot know it as an object. It is not Vigyatam. Vigyatam is like object. It is Avigyatam at experience. So thus, the dialogue between the Guru and the Master and the disciple about this pure consciousness, the highest understanding. Highest understanding. Going on, and now Guru is satisfied with the disciple. Yes, you are right. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Santi Santi Santi. Shankaram Shankaracharyam केशवं वादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। यो ब्रह्माणं विदधाति पूर्वं यो वै वेदांश्च प्रहिणोति तस्मै तं देवमात्मबुद्धिप्रकाशं मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये। ओम शांति शांति।